Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder. Today, LGL Group Incorporated just filed its second quarter 2026 results, and I am seeing a surge in sales, but also a big jump in expenses. Quick note, this is not financial advice, just my take on public filings for educational purposes. The company's sales are booming thanks to a big contract, but rising costs are eating into profits, and a recent stock offering is also a big story here. Alright, let's dive into what is going on at the LGL Group Incorporated, or LGL as they are known. They just put out their quarterly report for the period ending the 30th of June 2026, and there are a few key things that jump out. First, let's look at their financial health. As of the 30th of June 2026, their total assets were just under $50 million. That is up from about $46.8 million at the end of December 2025. A big chunk of that increase is in their cash and cash equivalents, which went from $41.5 million to over $45 million. Right, more cash in the bank. Now, the most exciting part for any company is revenue, and LGL definitely saw a big jump here. For the 3 months ending the 30th of June 2026, their net sales shot up to $750,000. That is a massive increase of over 52% compared to the same period last year, when sales were $491,000. And if you look at the first 6 months of the year, net sales were $1.4 million, up nearly 45% from last year. This jump is mainly because they shipped more products, fulfilling orders that were already on their books. It seems like their electronic instruments business is really picking up steam. But here is where things get a bit tricky. While sales are up, so are the costs to make those products. Their manufacturing cost of sales more than doubled in the second quarter, going from $211,000 to $381,000. That is an 80% increase. And for the first 6 months of the year, those costs jumped by almost 60%. This means that even though they're selling more, it is costing them a lot more to produce those goods. And it is not just manufacturing costs, their other expenses, what they call engineering, selling, and administrative costs, also shot up dramatically. In the second quarter, these costs increased by nearly 64%, going from $744,000 to over $1.2 million. For the first half of the year, these expenses nearly doubled, jumping by 99%. A big part of this increase is due to higher stock-based compensation, which means they're giving out more stock or options to employees, which is a significant expense. They also saw higher professional service fees and other corporate costs. When you combine those rising costs with sales growth, the picture gets a bit murky. For the second quarter of 2026, LGL reported a loss before income taxes of $447,000. That is a huge increase from a tiny loss of just $31,000 in the same quarter last year. And for the first 6 months of the year, their loss before income taxes ballooned to $1.2 million compared to a small profit of $10,000 last year. This means that while sales are growing, their expenses are growing even faster, leading to bigger losses. Ultimately, this translates to a net loss for the company's shareholders. For the second quarter, the net loss attributable to common stockholders was $353,000, a big jump from $51,000 last year, and over the first 6 months, that loss widened to $975,000 from just $57,000 in the prior year. Looking at their balance sheet again, the company also made a significant investment during this period. They now have a convertible promissory note valued at almost $2 million. This is part of a new investment strategy related to a company called Skyline Instruments Corporation. This new investment is a key part of their merchant investment business. Speaking of investments, the company is now consolidating a variable interest entity called Skyline SPV. This means they have a controlling financial interest, and it adds about $3.2 million to their total equity. This investment in Skyline is a new venture, and it is interesting to see how it will play out. One of the bigger drivers of expenses is stock-based compensation. In the first 6 months of 2026, they recorded $848,000 in stock-based compensation, compared to just $26,000 in the same period of 2025. This massive increase reflects new grants to key employees likely to attract and retain talent, especially with the company's new strategic direction. Now, let's look at a significant event that happened during this quarter, the rights offering. On the 5th of June 2026, they issued over 6.5 million subscription rights to shareholders. The goal was to raise capital, and they did. By the 24th of July 2026, they completed this offering, raising a substantial $41.8 million. This capital injection is intended to fund their expansion into defense technology and critical infrastructure. It is a big move and will likely reshape their financial picture going forward. This rights offering also impacted their share count. As of the 30th of June 2026, they had over 6.5 million shares outstanding. That is an increase from about 6.17 million shares at the end of 2025, largely due to the stock issued from the rights offering and some warrant exercises earlier in the year. This rights offering, while bringing in much needed cash, also means that shareholders who didn't fully exercise their rights now own a smaller piece of the company. This is a common outcome with these types of offerings, and it is important for investors to understand that their proportional ownership can be diluted. Let's touch on that Skyline investment again. LGL invested through a special purpose vehicle, and this is a high risk, high reward situation. Skyline is an early stage company in a hot sector, precision timing and GPS denied technologies, which are crucial for defense. However, early stage companies are very risky. They often have limited track records, may not become profitable, and depend on unproven technology. If Skyline doesn't pan out, LGL could lose a significant amount of money. This investment is currently valued at almost $2 million on their books. Another interesting development was the shift of their subscription rights from the NYSE American to OTC markets. This can sometimes mean less liquidity for those rights, making them harder to trade at a desired price. Overall, LGL Group is in an interesting spot. They're seeing real growth in their core manufacturing business, which is great, but their expenses are soaring, leading to bigger losses. The big infusion of cash from the rights offering is a crucial move to fund new strategic directions, particularly in defense tech. However, the success of this strategy heavily relies on the performance of new, high-risk investments like Skyline. What I'm actually looking for is how they manage these rising costs and whether the new strategic investments will eventually lead to profitability. They've got the cash now from the offering, but execution will be key. Oh, and the research tools I actually use are linked in the description. They help keep this channel going. That is my take. Stay decoded. If you found this analysis helpful, please like this video. Subscribe for more deep dives and join our Discord community linked in the description.